After well over a month of record-high gas prices, President Joe Biden has finally settled on a strategy for bringing prices down at the pump. No, he is not going to issue new leases for oil and gas production. And no, he isn't going to greenlight new oil pipelines to encourage domestic production and distribution. And no, he isn't even going to increase releases from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. Instead, you see, what President Biden is going to do is ask gas stations to lower prices.
The companies running gas stations and setting those prices at the pump. This is a time of war, global peril, Ukraine. These are not normal times. Bring down the price you are charging at the pump to reflect the cost you are paying for the product. Do it now. Do it today. Your customers, the American people, they need relief now.
They need relief now, so gas stations just stop making a profit. Any profit at all. It's the gas station's fault. Biden has blamed everyone else already. He's blamed Putin. He's blamed oil company CEOs. He's blamed everybody but himself and his own stupid policies. And now he's blaming the poor Pakistani immigrant who runs your local ExxonMobil franchise. Just lower the prices. Just lower the prices. Why didn't we think of that? It was so easy. It was before us all the time. Do you know what the average profit margin is for gas stations? On average, it's about 2 cents per gallon. For the government, the profit margin on gas can be extremely high. It's about $1.18 per gallon in California. But for the gas stations, you are looking at a profit margin of about 1.4%. To put that in perspective, that is way lower than the average profit margin across all industries, which is 7.7%. 7.7 for everybody across all industries, 1.4 for the gas stations. It's even lower, significantly lower, than the margins on infamously low margin businesses like grocery stores. Grocery stores, 2.5%. Car dealerships, 3.2%. Gas stations, 1.4%. Biden wants you to believe that the reason you're having trouble filling your tank, I just filled my tank this morning. It was absurdly expensive, and I have a very fuel-efficient car. He says the reason that you're having trouble filling your tank is the couple of cents per gallon that the stations are making, the meager profit margin that they have to supplement by selling you chips and coffee and all that other slightly higher margin stuff in the gas station convenience store. That's why. The gas stations couldn't drop prices if they wanted to. Biden actually could take some concrete steps right now to bring prices down if he really wanted to, which he doesn't. Happy 5th of July. Do you know what I had about 100 times this weekend? You know what I had. I had delicious Good Ranchers, the steaks and the burgers and the chicken. And it's all extremely high quality stuff, just in terms of the quality of the beef, the quality of the meat you're getting. It's much higher than what you may have had for other experiences and at the grocery store. And it comes right to your door, super easy, supports American ranches. You know, the stuff you're getting is right from the good old US of A. More American than apple pie on the 4th of July. Really, really wonderful stuff. And right now, you can save a ridiculous amount of money. If you use my code Knowles, you will get $30 off and free shipping on your order. Shipping is not cheap, okay? This is a lot of top quality meat. So make sure you take advantage of this offer. You go to goodranchers.com/Knowles, Knowles, to start bringing people to the table. Create some change in America. That begins at the dinner table, Ronald Reagan told us. Eat some seriously delicious food. You are going to thank me so much once you bite into it. You can either order the steaks a la carte, or you can subscribe. I recommend you subscribe. Head on over right now. Use code Knowles at goodranchers.com/Knowles. If Biden wanted to fix the gas issue, he could do it. It wouldn't happen overnight, but he could do it. He would greenlight the pipelines in America that he shuts down, even as he's greenlighting pipelines for Vladimir Putin, which caused the war in Ukraine, according to Ukrainian President Zelensky, which causes the gas prices to go up. He would greenlight the pipelines in America, because it's not just one or two pipelines. When you go after and shut down a pipeline, you are signaling to the industry the government doesn't have your back. So When you shut down one oil pipeline in America, it means you're shutting down all the oil pipelines. Because there's always going to be local opposition. There are always going to be some liberal activists who fly out and try to shut it down. The government's either going to support the pipelines or not. So he could defend the pipelines. He could issue new oil and gas leases. He's not doing that. Promised that he wouldn't do that at all. And what Biden will say is, look, this isn't going to bring the prices down. It would take a year to get that pipeline up and functioning. Okay, well, Biden told us that a year and a half ago. If he had just done it a year and a half ago, we wouldn't be in this problem right now. Wouldn't be in this predicament. Well, it'll take a while to get the oil and natural gas pumping out of these new leases. Okay, well, sure wish you did it a year ago or 18 months ago. Gosh, wouldn't that be great? Then we wouldn't be quite in the same predicament. But he doesn't care enough to do it. He's bothered that the gas prices are hurting Democrats' chances in the midterm elections, but he is not bothered enough to compromise his long-term agenda. In the short term, yes, they want the lower gas prices because they think it'll help them in the elections. But in the long term, the Democrats have been advocating for higher gas prices. When Obama was running in 2008, he said, yes, my plan is going to result in higher gas prices. Often Democrats would bemoan relatively low gas prices because they said, gosh, with these low gas prices, people aren't switching to electric fast enough. They aren't switching to solar fast enough. They aren't taking climate change seriously enough. And climate change is very, very important to the liberal agenda. Not because of the environment, not because of the air or the water or the sun monster or anything like that. It's important. The climate change ideology is important to the political scheme of liberalism. It's important to the left's broader political agenda. This is why Kamala Harris, right now, she was asked about high gas prices. She started laughing.
What we need to do domestically, what we need to do to bring down the cost of gas. Well, right? Right?
I seen a meme the other day that said, me Googling online how to make gas at home. Okay?
Ooh, don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Hilarious.
You can't afford to fill your car. You can't afford. Hold on, wait. No, you can't afford to drive to the grocery store. You probably can't even afford groceries there because of how expensive it all is. And you can't afford, hold on, oh gosh, I need to take a moment here. You can't afford to drive your kids to school. And your kids probably aren't even allowed in school still because those damn teachers unions have kept it shut down since COVID. Oh, whoo, what a doozy. Man, so much to laugh about these days, isn't there? Hi, I'm the Vice President of the United States. They just want you to shut up. They're laughing at you. They've been laughing at you for a long time. And they want you to shut up and go away and stop complaining. A Biden advisor went on CNN and he basically made this point. He didn't even try to weasel his way out of the gas issue, the inflation issue, the fact that people are really hurting right now in their budgets. He didn't do it in the way that Kamala Harris does or Joe Biden does. He just came out and he said, look, yeah, you're upset about high gas prices, but shut up about it. The liberal world order is at stake.
What do you say to those families who say, listen, we can't afford to pay $4.85 a gallon for months, if not years. This is just not sustainable.
Well, what you heard from the president today was a clear articulation of the stakes. This is about the future of the liberal world order, and we have to stand firm.
We have to stand firm. Now, some liberals are trying to walk back this comment because, they call us conspiracy theorists. They say we're all wearing tinfoil hats about international, supranational, transnational kind of governments that are going to take away our sovereignty on the 4th of July of all days. And then they say things like the liberal world order or the new world order, or they use these kinds of phrases. And you say, wait, what was that phrase you just said? And they say, we didn't say it. Stop repeating what we just said. You can't tell us what we just said. So he says that there's a liberal world order, and the liberal world order depends on the war in Ukraine or just voting for Joe Biden and not complaining anymore. There is going to be a world order. There is such a thing as a liberal world order. We are living under it. There is going to be a world order. There is going to be some scheme according to which we organize the various nations and political bodies of the world. And the major debate that we're having right now is, what is that world order going to look like? When people talk about a new world order, it doesn't need to be, the Illuminati and the space aliens conspiring in a cave somewhere. The question is, what is the world order going to look like moving into the future? What the libs want is for us to have this increasingly secular, increasingly leftist, increasingly homogenized world where we all just look at porn and go to pride parades and eat McDonald's. And and they think that that's going to spread around the world, and that's going to be a great thing, and we're going to lose some of our political rights as Americans, and other people are going to lose some of their political rights to chart their own national destiny. But that's for the best, because that's the liberal world order. The flag of the liberal world order is the rainbow flag. The values of the liberal world order is secular leftism, and that's what they want. There is an alternative to that. There are a number of alternatives. You could have a Christian world order. That one seems to have fallen by the wayside, unfortunately, in modernity. Then there's a major alternative right now, which is nationalism, an order of nation states where nations get to chart their own destiny. The Trump election was about this: America first, nationalism. That's what the question is. What is the world order going to be going into the future? Do you want more rainbow flags over Kandahar and pride parades everywhere and drag queen story hour and abortion and secular liberalism? Or do you want something more like a nationalism? America first for America, and not forcing every country in the world to fall under that secular leftism. What world order do you want? You know which world order I want? I want the one that isn't going to keep increasing my gas prices. I like the idea of having the traditional American way of life. And I also, by the way, Pache CNN and Biden advisor, I don't want the high gas prices. I'm glad you like that clip. Now hold up, stop. Whatever you're doing, put it on pause. You got to ring that bell, get these notifications. I'm very close to 1 million subscribers. I assume at that point, YouTube will just completely nuke my channel, and all the shenanigans will seem like nothing compared to the absolute nuclear attack that they launch on my channel. So help me get to that point, okay? Let's accelerate everything here. Subscribe, ring that bell, get the notifications. We'll see you next time.